It's a characteristic you can't see with the naked eye, but it's one with a pretty significant impact on a person's life.
It's like definitely a very invisible identity. Like I can go years knowing someone and being like really close friends and it will never come up.
Sarah Holdren is talking about being adopted. Holdren was adopted from Ohio when she was 3 months old, and instead of feeling hurt by her birth mother's decision, she understands it.
I really don't look negatively upon her at all. I think it was probably the right choice for her in that moment.
And being given up for adoption has become a positive part of her life.
My parents were able to give me a really great childhood and raised me really well, and I've had a lot of opportunities because of that.
Those opportunities parents can give to a child, Holdren says, is the most important reason to adopt.
Sometimes people are like, well, I'm going to adopt from another country just because it sounds interesting. And there are children who need families here.
In 2012, 52,000 children were adopted in the United States, but in the same year, North Carolina had more than 2,000 children still needing a home. This need is why Tammy Davis and her husband decided to adopt locally.
We just felt that we needed to give children here in the United States a chance because it seems like they're kind of almost like left behind.
The need here in Alamance County wasn't the only factor in their decision. Davis personally knows the impact adoption has on a child.
If my parents hadn't adopted me and I was born here in the United States, I just feel that I wouldn't have gotten the chance I've gotten today to be who I am today.
Davis and her husband gave children a chance by adopting 2 children. She recalls the experience as breathtaking.
Because he had tears in his eyes, and it was amazing to see him. Like you could just see, like he was like, I'm a dad. And it was amazing. And it was like, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm finally a mom. It was great.
For the Davis family, the adoption process meant finding more room in their hearts.
To bring them in together and just love them and be a family. And that was the experience that I just, it's an awesome and an overwhelming experience. It's a really good experience.
Davis says the adoption process involves some work, but in the end, the result is always worth it.
A child is everything. I mean, if you can give a child a loving, safe environment, it's affordable. I mean, wouldn't you do that for your own child?